Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1968 Hermes 3000 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Switzerland and arguably the best typewriter of all time. In my opinion, it is the best of all time. Also known as the Bentley of typewriters. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. And this has a brand new platen installed. This is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. And this is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got two adjustable rollers and a scale, and in the red it shows the margins. So to set the margins, you just put the cursor where you want it, and then on the left side you just flip the switch. It'll send the margin to that spot. If you want it closer to the edge, you just hold the margin and push it to where you want it and then let it go, which is this silver switch. The white one is the carriage release. So the same concept with the right side. If I want it right there in the middle, then I'll just flip this silver switch and it'll send it to that spot. If I want it closer to the edge, I'll hold the carriage release and the switch at the same time and let it go where I want it, right there on the edge for maximum clearance. And it shows in the orangish red indicator on the paper bale exactly where the margins are. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1.5, or 2 spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want 1.5, just flip that switch forward. It skips 1.5. One more, it skips 2. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Flip that up to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red. If you flip it down to the yellow, it prints right down the middle. If you have it on the blue, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. Have it all the way down. It doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. We're going to move that up to print red. Absolutely beautiful. The best of the best. Excellent condition machine with a brand new platen, so that print is perfect. It's as good as it gets. Pica typeface prints 10 characters per inch, and the feel of this machine is just cushion, smooth, fast action. It's perfect. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier, load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. I'm going to flip this down for now and put the color back on black. And a fun fact is, if you have a solid black ribbon, you can triple use it with all the top 3 options here, which is bottom, middle, and top. But if you have it on the yellow with the red and black ribbon, it just prints, it just looks messy. It prints too much. It looks like it's bleeding red into the, or vice versa, red into the black or black into the red. Shift on each side, a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the top side here. Very good. Tab on the top right. Right now we have one tab set. To clear that one tab, you hit tab clear. So now we don't have any tabs set, but I always like to set one somewhere in the middle, so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear in your typewriter. So I'm going to hit that tab set button. Now we just have that one tab set. To clear all tabs, you hit all clear. Now that just clears that one, but I'm just going to reset that right there. And margin release on the right side. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. If you hit that margin release, it will allow you to get past that block and type all the way to the end. Open the hood from the back like that. It locks in from the front. This is all metal. Second generation Hermes 3000. The first generation has a curvier top, and the third generation is all plastic with a boxier shell. So this one is my favorite. It also comes with green keys and knobs. All the brand new ribbon is loaded on the left, so it's pulling to the right. If you want to switch that direction, you just flip the switch like that. It'll pull counterclockwise to the left, and it'll automatically switch back and forth when it gets to the end. If your ribbon has an eyelet, which is a little metal piece, and if it gets caught in there, it just swaps the direction over and over indefinitely until the ribbon is dry. This just snaps back on from the front first like that, back down like that. Just want to make sure this ribbon is going the right direction. There we go. And sometimes if that metal piece gets caught, the eyelet, if it gets caught somewhere in there, and it gets to the end and it doesn't swap automatically, you're going to have all kinds of problems with your typewriter. So you want to check that ribbon, make sure it's not pulled all the way to one side and stuck. So we already went through the carriage release and the margin. This is your carriage lock. So if you push it down, it releases the carriage and locks it in the middle. To unlock it, push it down and move the carriage to the right. It unlocks. Carriage release on the left side, super smooth. And we already went through the margin. And if you pull out the knob, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You push it in, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space in the same concept. If you push this line space indicator all the way back, it disables the spacing. You push it forward to the 1, you get the clicks. And these are 3D printed knobs. The originals are very brittle and old, and they break easily, so and they don't sell them anymore. So if you need replacements, check out my shop. I do both sides in green and white. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.